Wednesday what? So I have a follow-up to our Wednesday what phone flush.
Okay. This sounds intriguing.
So you guys remember we were talking about the phone and flushing and being in the bathroom facilities here, right? And having the automatic flush.
Because you didn't know when I mentioned
Exactly.
being vindictive when the person's on the phone.
Right.
And doing the psh flushing.
Exactly.
It was news to you that you didn't have to wait for the sensor.
Yes.
So you're picking up from this spot, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And the recap is where you told me, hey, yeah, it's got the button, right, that you can push. And I was like, what? No, I did not know this.
Somebody wasn't doing courtesy flushes.
Right. So here's the deal. I remembered this the other day. Okay. I went in there and thankfully I was the only one in there at the time. I'm thinking, I'm going to look at this. I'm really going to give this a whirl, right? Give it a whirl. Get it? Right.
Oh,
so
nice.
Anyway.
10 points.
Yeah, thanks. Cha-ching. So I go into the largest stall they have. So I walk in and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to take a look and see if the little button is on here. So I'm looking and there's a little button there. You're exactly right. I mean, there is something there for you to push. However, of course, I walk up to it and I'm thinking, yay, all right, I'm going to give this thing its courtesy flush. I'm going to give it a whirl. Okay. Push the button. Nothing happens.
Uh-oh.
Not a thing.
Really?
Nothing happened. I mean, I pushed it again. And I'm thinking, okay, what? This user error? It's got to be all me, apparently. So
that's what I'm thinking right now.
I wasn't standing in the proper place, so I decided to move. And then I tried it again. I pushed the button again. Well, apparently that wasn't the right place either. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Okay, well, I'm going to hold it a little bit longer this time. I push the button and I hold it. Nothing happened. So then I thought, okay, I'm gonna go over here to the next one. I'm gonna try it. So thankfully at this point nobody's come in.
Man,
right?
I wish somebody had came in and like, what are you doing
like,
going in and out of the stalls?
Strange person in here is like, oh, hey, Joy.
Crazy.
Yeah, woohoo. So anyway, I go over there and I'm pushing the button. Nothing happened. I'm thinking, okay, what's the deal with this? You know, I don't get it. So while I'm in there, of course, I decide to do my chores. Okay. So I'm like, okay. I go into the larger stall.
We're back into the larger stall.
Back into the larger stall.
Okay.
I attempt one more time to push this button because I really want to see this thing work. I want to see the courtesy flush. So as I close the large door on the larger stall, it's a little rickety. Apparently,
the door was rickety?
This stall
or the toilet?
the door is a little rickety. It's like apparently used a fair amount, right? You can kind of tell,
like your space.
You know, yeah. So I'm thinking, okay, when you close the door and you slide the latch, it's touching the edge of the other side of that door, so it's locking. But you can tell that it's slightly off a little bit. You know, like maybe it's been closed enough that it's kind of gotten a little rickety. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to be in here that long.
Okay.
Exactly.
We now know your chore list.
Yes. You got to check off the boxes, man. Come on, you know.
Yes.
Of course, it depends on what you have to do, right? But
right.
Anyway, you might need headphones. You got more chores to do. I don't know.
Is one chore on your list or two chores?
Right. So anyway, I'm doing my chore here. All of a sudden, I'm just as still as I can be, and the toilet flushes.
Surprise. So you had, instead of a courtesy flush, you had the surprise flush.
Right.
Exactly. The peekaboo.
At this point now, I am thinking, great. Okay. I tried pressing the button 8 times, and the thing would not flush.
It was in queue.
Yeah, exactly. It had to be. So I'm thinking, oh, man, you could just see the face drop because all of a sudden you're like, really? Did that have to happen? You got to be kidding me. Seriously? Then I'm like, all right, okay, whatever. So then I'm like peeking around. I'd slightly turn to look around to see, you know, about that button back there.
Right.
I haven't touched it yet. And when I lean and turn back around, just about to finish my chore, it flushes again. And I go, really?
So now you got a double flush.
I mean, is it just after me?
I hope nobody's outside the bathroom hearing all these flushes.
Okay. All right. So the next thing. So here I am. I'm like, okay, I'm leaving. Okay. I'm done here, apparently.
Running away.
I'm running away. And I'm finishing up my chore, and somebody comes in. And when they come in, they go to the stall just like 2 down from me. And they slam their door to lock it.
Yes.
And when they do, mine pops open.
Like, hello.
Because it is not completely locked, which it should be, but it's rickety at this point. So
I have experienced that. And because it's the handicap, I'm assuming you're not super close to the door. Like, you can't.
Right, exactly. You can't just lean over and like grab it. So
that's exactly where I was going with that. It's a take a step.
Right.
Take a step and shut.
Right, exactly. I mean, you actually have to make a body movement. You know,
I've often wanted to say something to that person. You just stopped my door. Thanks. Thanks, person.
Yeah, I wanted to say, really?
Easy does it, Hercules.
Right.
Sorry, Xena.
Right.
Gentle shut.
I just wanted to do her scream, you know, like,
I don't remember that. She screamed?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It was, I say scream. It was like gosh, if anybody can do that, please email us, because we're going to
have you on this show.
We would have you on this show.
I'm going to YouTube that.
Just because we would want to hear it. I mean, it's awesome. It really is. I'm not mocking it or anything. I think it's great, but I can't do it. But I could just hear her doing that scream. So then I got up, of course, perfectly all pristine.
After you've been on the bidet.
Grab my door and completely shut it. So everything was against me that day. When I was like, yeah, okay, I know I'm going to need to go back at some point, but it won't be in this one.
Been to like multiple places. And I've never had the delay flush, or also known as what I will now call the bidet flush.
But right, exactly.
Exactly. Amy, if you're listening, I still have questions up about the bidet. We may have you on here as an interviewee to discuss bidets. But I mean, I've been to like rest areas, movie theaters. I'm trying to think. Books A Million. The manual flush it's always been there.
Yeah. It's wild.
I've been in the opposite situation where the sensor, I've been doing the chore and all of a sudden it flushes. And then it just does like 50 flushes in a row. And I'm like, oh my gosh, let me get my pants up.
Right.
There's paperwork still to be involved here. It's like, get out fast.
Right.
I've had that experience, but that was, I guess, something's wrong with the sensor.
Yeah.
It makes you feel wonderful inside. Like, wait, wait. I'm not done yet. Quit. Tell everybody, like, this is not me, it's the toilet. That's a wrap.